Welcome to my channel. I am Bayo Ajibola, and today I'm going to be discussing with you five biggest mistakes women make in marriage. Five biggest mistake women make in marriage. Stay right there. I will be right back. Yes, welcome back. Welcome back. My name is Bayo Ajibola, and if you're joining my program for the very first time, I want you to subscribe to the channel. There's a subscribe button at the bottom of this screen. Just click that. And also, there's also a notification bell there. Smash the notification bell. The essence of that is for you to get a notification or to be notified every time I'm online. So back to our topic for today, five biggest mistakes women make in marriage. Five biggest mistake women make in marriage. Number one, giving the children the first place. Giving the children the first place. I mean, there's nothing wrong in attending to the needs of your kids. There's nothing wrong in taking good care of your children. You pay them attention, you take good care of them, all of that's what mommy do, to their kids. Are you getting my point? However, that shouldn't be at the expense of your husband. Shouldn't be at his expense. You understand? The husband also needs your attention. I'm not saying you shouldn't attend to the kids and focus mainly on your husband. What I'm saying is there has to be a balance that is created. In this scenario, you understand? Because it will be a great mistake thinking that, oh, my husband is a grown-up man, is this, is that, and he will understand that the kids needs attention, and the kids need this, the kids needs that, and things like that. And in the process, without you even realizing it, you will just slowly and steadily ignore your husband, ignore his needs, not paying attention to him, even when he's talking to you. You are there, but you are not there. You're just he's just talking to the air. You understand? And you, in your mind, you might not even be conscious of this. You understand? Because you are so much involved in attending to the kids. And some are even conscious of it. They are well aware that, oh, the husband is talking to them or needs their attention, but they will thinking in their own mind that, come on, can you not see that I'm attending to these kids, blah blah blah, and things like that. So to me, that is a great mistake. If you want your marriage to be, to work stronger and continue to go on like that, you need to create a balance. You need to attend to your husband also, if not equally, because women do this a lot. They make this big, was one of the biggest mistake any woman will ever make in a marriage. Do you understand? Attending to the kids at the expense of the husband. It destroys home. It starts to eat into the relationship and the closeness and the togetherness both of you used to have. And before you realize it, resentment begin to set and creeps in. And that will be the end of that marriage, or that might be the end of that relationship. So women shouldn't do that. We shouldn't be giving more attention to the kids at the expense of the man. At the end of it all, these children will grow. They will grow, and before you know it, they will be flying out of their nest, one after the other. And who will you be left with? You'll be left with your husband. You will be left with your man. And if you have damaged the relationship between the two of you before that time arrives, it might be too late for you to start putting things together again. So what my advice would be, Create that balance. Don't attend to one at the expense of the other one. Your husband equally needs your attention. That is our point number one. Point number two, needing to be in control. Needing to be in control. Still on the topic, 5 biggest mistakes women make in marriage. 5 biggest mistakes women make in marriage. Number two, needing to be in control. A lot of women do this, and I'm honestly not sure if they're doing this consciously or they're doing it unconsciously. Um, they tend to look at their marriage or their relationship like a competition. It will be like, oh, they are competing with their husband, or they are competing with their spouse. And marriage is not a competition, and it shouldn't be. And there wouldn't be any need for you to now be saying or acting like, oh, you want to be in control. You want to be the one putting on the trouser here, and you want people to know that you are in control of the relationship. And my thing is, what exactly do you stand to gain from putting up that kind of front? What do you stand to gain? Because by the time you start to do that, and unfortunately, if you get married, if you are involved with a man that wouldn't tolerate such things, there will be friction. And because you'll be looking at you that, okay, why are you not in your place? I'm the man in this relationship, and rightly so. Let's be truthful with ourselves. He's the man in the relationship, and and if he wants to be the man, allow him to be the man. You understand? That is not relegating you, woman, as like you don't count in that relationship or subdue you. No. If he wants to be the man and he needs to be the man, allow him to be the man. You are the woman. Every one of you have individual role to play in that relationship. Every one of you have a role to play in that marriage. You understand? So my advice is, allow the man to be the man, and you be his woman, his helpmate. His helpmate, not his slave. Don't look at yourself that, no, you don't want people to boss you around. Of course, no one is going to boss you around. It's not even right for your husband to be bossing you around. You understand? So you take up the role as a woman. There's a role for the woman in the marriage. There's a role for the woman in the relationship. There's also a role for a man to play in a relationship. So you allow the man to play his role, and you, woman, stick to your role, and there will be understanding between the two of you. There will be mutual respect between the two of you. But by the time you now want to encroach into his role as a man in the home or in the marriage, there will be trouble. There will be trouble, unless you can get away with that only if you have a man that's not really want to step up to that position. But if you have a man that wants to step into his role as a man in the marriage or in the relationship, there wouldn't be any need for you as a woman to start dragging that role with him, or trying to put up an impression that, oh, you are in control and you want to be seen as in control. There's a lot of women, they do this also. When they are home with their man, they behave well, they act that part, and everything will be okay. But moment they step outside, maybe they're in a function or they're amongst their friends, they start to flex the muscle and start to want to create an impression that, oh, they are in control. They want to be seen as the one in control. And in the process, you start to undermine your man. You start to insult the man, because either you like it or not, you'll be disrespecting him. You'll be disrespecting your man. You understand? Simply because you want to be seen as the one in control in that relationship. What you start to gain from that, I honestly do not know. But I can tell you for free, it will destroy your relationship. It will destroy your home, and it wouldn't even present you in a good way to even people to, present you in a good way, um, with people looking from afar. Onlooker will just look at you that what is wrong with you. You understand? This is not a competition. This should be a loving relationship between two loving and intelligent people. So that is our point number 2. By the way, if you are enjoying what we're discussing today, I beg you, subscribe to this channel, share this video. Don't keep it to yourself. Don't be selfish and keep it to yourself. And also, the notification bell is there to be smashed. Smash that notification bell, and as soon as I'm online next time, you will be the first to know about that. So moving on, going to our point number 3, not making effort to look good. That is a big one out there. Not making effort to look good. You see, marriage sex, relationship starts, a man sees a woman, there are certain things that attracts that man to that woman. It could be anything. But this man, obviously, for him to get attracted to this woman in the first place, it could be one thing, it could be multiples of things, it could be a combination of things. And that draws the man to the woman. And the relationship starts, and eventually they ended up getting married to each other and start having kids. But the moment they start having kids, most women, I would say a lot of women start to let go of themselves. They start to let go. They stop taking good care of themselves. If it is the hair that you used to do regularly, they start to ignore that. You understand? If it is the makeup or whatever, they start to push that aside, coming up with all sorts of excuses. They will come up with work-related excuses. They will come up with attending to children excuses. They will come up with all sorts of things. And what they fail to understand is that for the fact that you are married now and you have this man with you, and you have kids together and things like that, you are not together as a family. That doesn't mean that you stop looking good for your man, because at the end of the day, it is for your man you're doing this for. You understand? You shouldn't, because now you've gotten married, you've gotten what you wanted, and you are now married, then you can now start to do whatever you choose to do. You understand? And the man will be looking at you, that woman, what's wrong with you? Whatever happens to you, at least if you cannot go fully and make and do your hair or whatever, and go to the salon or whatever, at least for Christ's sake, make it look tidy. There's no point just putting your hair everywhere and everything looks so messy. And that is, you will say like, oh, why this woman is taking me for granted? What is going on in your mind? Why are you like this? You weren't like this when I met you. It wasn't like this when it wasn't this that got me attracted to you. Woman, you need to look good. You understand? You look good, you apply your makeup if necessary, obviously not too much, because that puts off some men too. You understand? You attend nicely, you attend to yourself, you smell well, you dress well. I'm not saying dressing very expensive. No, I'm not saying all of that. I'm just saying that look presentable, look well, at least make effort to look good for your man. You understand? Smell well, dress well, and and listen to your husband. Whatever things he complains about, he might not say it directly. He might just make like a passing comment that, wow, my dear, this your hair, that speaks volume. That speaks volume. Probably want you to pay some attention to that. You cannot just ignore that. No, leave me. I'm busy. Things like that, small things like that, makes a man withdraw and start to look out there for satisfaction. It shouldn't be an excuse. But all the same, my advice to women is take good care of yourself, make effort to look good and take good pay attention to yourself. Number 4 point, still on the topic of 5 biggest mistake women makes in marriage. Gossip about your husband. Gossiping about your husband. Gossip is a betrayal of trust and violation of confidence. You understand? Because a lot of women, some women do this. Any little problem they have with their man, instead for them to sit the man down and have a discussion with the man, no. Or perhaps even if they're sitting down and they pretend to have that discussion, they're not going to open up to the man 100%. They will just be throwing bits and pieces and thinking the man should infer from what they are saying, and you should get the message like that. No, the man cannot get any message unless you actually spell it out. He's not a mind reader. He cannot read your mind. So what you do is open up your mind, your mouth, and have a discussion, open discussion and sincere discussion with your man. But for them to do that, they find it, I don't know why they wouldn't want to do that. But rather, they will go out there and say, oh, let me have a discussion with my best friend. You know, there's nothing like best friend when it comes to your marriage. Your husband should be your best friend. You understand? Any topic you cannot discuss with your husband in the comfort of your own home. Do you understand? And you now decide to take it out there and you rather discuss that with your friend or best friend. That is gossiping. That is you gossiping about your man. And it doesn't look good. It smells to high heaven. You don't do that. Whatever problem you have with your husband, do you understand? Have a discussion with him. And if you cannot even, if it's something that you choose not to discuss with him, then pray about it. Let that discussion be either between you and your God or between you and your husband. That topic is not between you and your friend. I don't even care who that friend is. You understand? You can't say, oh, your friend or your best friend. No, it's a no-no. It's a complete no-no. It's a betrayal of trust. You understand? If you call him your man, if you call him your husband, whatever problem or issues you have with him, you discuss with him. You don't go behind your husband gossiping about him with your friends. I mean, saying that, thinking that, after all, I mean, you and your friend, you discuss topics like that. You know, she brings her own topic and you bring your own topic and you start dropping it in and, staying hours on the phone, gossiping about your husband. Gossiping about your husband. Whatever thing you want to discuss, if at all you want to discuss an issue in your marriage with your friend, let it be areas that has got to do with you. Areas that you need advice on that has got to do with you. You understand? Not going to your friends to discuss about the flaws of your husband, about his inadequacies, about his personal problem, about his personal issues, about his telling your husband telling your friend, discussing about how your husband is not competent in whatever shape or form. Do you understand? It's a biggie. It's a complete no-no. So that is a very big point. If you don't take anything out of this discussion today at all, I want you to hold on to that very strongly. That is a complete no-no. It is unacceptable. You understand? You don't gossip about your husband. You don't discuss your husband issue behind his back. Whatever problem you have with your husband, sit him down and have a heart-to-heart discussion with him. And that's the way it should be. That's point number 4. We're still on the topic of the 5 biggest mistakes women makes in marriage. 5 biggest mistakes women make in marriage. And once again, if you are joining us for the very first time, I encourage you to subscribe to this channel, share the video, and also the notification bell is there for you to be smashed. Smash that notification bell. The purpose of that is for you to be notified every time I come online. My name is Bayo Ajibola, and we're moving to our fifth point. Still on the topic, five biggest mistakes women make in marriage. Women fail to see their partner for who they are and expect them to be how they want to be, how they want them to be. You fail to see your man the way he is. You understand? But in your own mind, you want to trick him, you want to turn him, you want to nudge him to the kind of man you expect him to be. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. The best way is accept him for who he is. Accept him for who he is. And the starting point of this journey is for you to make up your mind while courting each other. You meet a man, you're not going to dive straight into marriage. I'm one of the biggest supporters of courtship. So in the course of you courting each other, you get to know each other. You get to know his personalities. You get to know what makes him tick. And you decide right from there, oh, am I going to get married to this man, or I should just move on and let him be? Because our personality doesn't align. We don't have things in common. We don't share the same values. That is when you need to make that decision. You don't go into marriage, or you don't go into relationship thinking in your head that I like him a bit. There are certain things that he needs to change, but I'm going to work on that. You're not going to work on nothing. You're not going to work on nothing, because this is a grown-ass man. His formative age is over. You understand? You're not going to change him. You're not going to change him. He's made already. He's made already. So you don't go into a relationship thinking that I'm going to change him. I'm going to make him, trick him to my spec. I'm going to make changes and turn him to who I want him to be. No, you don't do that. You either accept him for who he is, or move on and find somebody else. That stage is at the beginning. But the moment you get married to that man, you understand, you need to accept him for who he is. And by the way, this applies to men too. Accept your woman the way she is. You understand? Accept her for who she is. You don't go about complaining about everything now, because it is too late. You don't start to complain that, oh, why is he dressing like this? Or why is he doing this? Or why is he doing that? I'm not used to men doing this and things like that. Men like yourself out there are doing bits and pieces. No, you leave men out there out of this equation. Deal and focus with the man right in front of you. That is your man right there. So, and it's high time you accept him for who he is. Accept him for who he is, because he's not going to change. If you think you're going to change him or nudge him towards the direction you want him to go, you're going to cause friction. You're going to create problem, and at the end of the day, there will be resentment will set in, because this man will be thinking in his head that who do you think you are? Who exactly do you think you are? Why are you this arrogant? Why are you this full of yourself? What makes you think that the direction you are nudging me to is where I want to be, or is even the right one? You understand? So just leave him alone, accept him for who he is, and everybody will be better off at the end of it all. So those are the five biggest mistakes women makes in marriage. I'm going to run through them one more time. 5 biggest mistakes women makes in marriage. Number 1, giving the children first place. Number 2, needing to be in control. It is not a competition. It is not a competition. There is no scoreboard anywhere to say, oh, it is 1-0, or it is 1-1, or it is 2-1. No, there is no competition. So you don't need to be flexing muscles everywhere, creating an impression that you are in the control of your relationship. No. Focus on your relationship, work with your man, accept him for who he is, stop gossiping about him, What else again? Also make effort to look good. That is the end of our discussion today. Until I see you again next Sunday, remain blessed. Bye bye for now.